Hey YouTube, welcome back to the channel. So I got a new saw in the stable here. And what is this saw? Well, this is a Husqvarna 238 SE. So if you watch the channel, you know that I kind of have a love for small displacement non-clamshell saws, and this is one. So I picked this up pretty cheap. It actually runs. It's missing a few things, but he said the air shroud on the inside is missing. Looks like it just has a cotter pin for the choke. So I mean, I'm hoping I have a choke lever that'll work for that, because I got some standard Husqvarna ones. I don't know how standard they are. We're just take a look at this thing because, well, he said it runs, and I've actually, it's a guy pretty local to me, Mickey. I bought a few saws from him actually. If you watch the channel down the basement, I got a really nice blue XL12 and a really nice red XL12, and those both came from him for, you know, good prices. That's the thing right now. It's hard to find saws in good price. Like, a good example is I bought last May I bought a Husqvarna 50 from a guy here in Canada. And it's like new. The brake lever is an older Husqvarna 51 or 50. It was a black top, but the orange brake lever was broken off. But he had another one for sale for a decent price, 99 bucks. But you know, whatever. But it's complete, so he needs a brake lever for that, and whatever. I'm just going on a tangent here. But it's hard to. What I'm getting to is it's hard to find saws at a good price these days, because like I bought that for $99. People want like up towards $200 for something missing the top cover, missing the recoil on like Husqvarna 50, and it's kind of ridiculous. Like, but anyways, this guy Mickey, I've bought saws from before, and paying what I did for this, which was like a song and dance, is pretty much nothing. But it runs. This has a two-piece. This has a two-piece ignition because it's got the module right here. I have that Husqvarna 50 or 42 chassis here that that's locked up. So that's the same chassis. I think this, the 238, the 42, the 44, the 242, and 246 is all basically the same chassis. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I believe that is the case. So I want to take a look at this. Like, it feels like it's got decent compression. There's no worries there. Air filter looks good. I mean, it's missing the choke rod, but I'm hoping a standard Husqvarna, like for the 2 series, will work on this, because I got a few of those. But we'll see. Anyways, let's start taking this thing apart and just taking a look what we got here. Because this saw will get ported. Because if you watch the channel, you know, like I said, I already said this once in the video, I dig small CC non-clamshell saws, because here in Alberta, like a 40 to 50 cc saw will get you by. The biggest trees we have out here are maybe like, that's look at that, that's dirty as fuck. But a 40 to 50 cc saw here in Alberta is all you really need for the trees we have here. You might get like 2 foot 24 inch, maybe 30 inch lodgepole pine or tamarack, but still, with perseverance, you can cut them with like a 40 cc saw. Like, it's softwood, right? But anyways, we're gonna start taking a look at this bad boy. What did I just do with that? And just like that, I lost something. Okay, this video is going off to a bad start, but I will start ripping this down a little bit. Maybe I can find the part that I just lost. Looking for my driver, my 5/16 driver, to take the muffler off. See, the air filter on this thing looks pretty good. Like I said, the compression feels good. He said it runs, so like I said, I bought saws from him. So if he says it runs, I will just take him at face value, because I just picked this off his porch and put the money under the mat, type of thing. I'm gonna pause you guys for a second here, get my ducks in a row. Okay, so we're back. So I found my 5/16 socket for the impact driver. So like I said, the guy that sold me this, if he said it ran, I actually believe him. And it feels like it has a good compression. But if you work on a lot of saws, you know there's some other issues that can make it feel like it has good compression, which is like completely opposite of the truth. So we're gonna see what's going on in this guy. Oh, came right out of the cylinder. That's okay. That's really not that uncommon because, I mean, really, when you think about it, these nuts that are exposed to the muffler heat and moisture will often seize up, and so when you go to take them out, it takes the whole rod with them. Okay, muffler. I'll get a muffler mod anyway, so yeah, that saw needs a lot of cleanup. It's pretty flippin' filthy. Like, my buddy JC, Turtle Wolfpack, he always bugs me because I'm not the best on cleaning saws. And he's kind of right, but I won't let them get to this point because this is pretty gnarly. Oh, look at that. Oh yeah, I like what I see. So it's a single ring saw. I'll bring you guys in here. Put some light on the matter too. Where's the light? Okay, put some light on this. You can see that one mark, but it looks worse on camera than it does because there's no depth to that. That's just like a polishing mark, so maybe some carbon kind of polished the cylinder a bit. But yeah, this thing's in, well, it's dirty as can be, but I think it'll be a good runner. Like, I was kind of worried about that because the saw can run and it's going to be pretty hammered down, but it actually looks pretty good. This is gonna be a good contender for porting. It needs a lot of cleanup though. There's just like crap caked in here like crazy. But you know, it's a bit of a project. It doesn't need much. I want to try and find the air shroud that he says is missing, which I take the starter cover and look, but I can see right through there it's missing. But that's what I like about buying saws off Mickey, because he knows saws, and if he tells you, oh, this is missing, this is missing, he tells you it's a runner, you know it's gonna be a runner because he's not full of shit or anything like that. So, but yeah, so that looks good. I've never really been to this chassis much, but it's, like I said, it's kind of interesting. It's got the two-piece coil system with the modules mounted right there. Let's pull out the old plug and see what kind of compression this thing has. Make sure there's spark. He said it runs, but I'm just gonna check for spark anyways, because, you know, due diligence and all that. Sorry, the furnace is on, so it might get... I can tell you this thing was running rich as can be though. I think the carbs on these are kind of hard to find, but hey. Okay, should be on. Check for spark. Maybe it's not on. It's got a nice spark, and it's also, like I said, this thing must have been running rich as can be because there is fuel everywhere. But he said it ran. Like I said, I know I've bought a few saws off Mickey. He's a straight shooter. Yeah, but it's, I mean, there's a lot of cleanup. Obviously the carb is, they're running really rich. I don't think you can find the carbs for these anymore. I think I've heard Evan, 82 F-150 short wheelbase, he was talking about these, and he said the carbs are hard to find. But I'm sure there's another carb that will work. And I'm thinking a standard, well, whatever. I think I can get a choke lever to work for that thing. I don't want to see the compression though, because it feels pretty stout, so I'm hoping it's at least 150 psi. And the piston looks good, cylinder looks good. Okay, so this is an interlock. Yeah, you can just see, oh, that came right out. I'll have to fix that. I don't like having this cotter pin as a choke, but let's see if we can find one. But yeah, you can see like fuel pulling up the carburetor even. So the carburetor might need some love. That fuel out there. Yeah, see? Fuel just pulling up in there. So see how much fuel's in there? That's clean. Let's tip that over. Just soaked. Anyways, okay, we're gonna see what kind of compression this has got. She's sitting at about 155 psi. But I don't know if that picked up on camera, but when I was pulling this thing over, fuel was just shooting out of that, and so it obviously has a carb issue. But it's got good compression. The cylinder and piston are in good shape. I'm gonna turn this thing into a little rip snorter. This is a Tilton carburetor. Maybe it's an HU. I'll have to look at that, but actually I'm not sure. Maybe this is a Walbro. Could be like Walbro HDA or HDB. Not sure. Interesting. I'll have to dig more into this, but I'm not only doing so much today, it's Sunday. It's cold as crap in Edmonton because our high today is minus 24, minus 25, which would be like minus 11 Fahrenheit. So it's a kind of a chilly day. This thing's outside. Had to bring up extension cords because our nighttime lows are gonna get towards minus 31 Fahrenheit. But that's a good time to start plugging in your vehicle, in my opinion. Here in Canada, I usually don't worry about plugging in until it gets below like minus 28 Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. It's probably like minus 15, minus 20, something like that. In that range. I know a lot of people in the States will plug in a lot earlier, but I find it unnecessary, especially with modern vehicles that use synthetic oil and have direct port injection. It's not really that much of an issue. Because I mean, really, plugging in your vehicle, yeah, it warms the engine block, but it doesn't warm the battery. So at the end of the day, the big concern is if the battery gets too cold, she just won't have enough juice to let the engine crank. So, but yeah, this saw is going to be I think it's going to be a winner. There's a lot of cleanup here, like a lot of cleanup. But the clutch looks in good shape. It's got a rim sprocket, so I'm assuming it's 325. I'll have to look into that, but if it's not 325, that's what will be going on here, because this was a Pro Saw. This is a 238 SE, and the SE was the designation for Pro Saws before Husqvarna had the XP designation. So, you know, and really, looking at it, it looks like a miniature, like 61 to 272 chassis. Like it's kind of neat. It looks more well put together than like the 50 to 55 chassis, and like I've never really had one like the 154s or 254s. I know those are probably like kind of similar chassis layout to the general. So it seemed like Husqvarna had a general layout for the Pro Saws back in the 80s, be it four different chassis sizes, because in the Pro Saws you had the 238, the 42, the 44, the 242, the 246, and there's a 444 model too, where we're all the same chassis as this one. Then you go up to the next size Pro Saw chassis, which is like the 154 and the 254. There are probably others, I'm probably missing them. But then you go up one more to the 61 to 272 chassis, which all kind of share. I mean, they're smaller and they're different, but they all kind of have the same, you know what I mean, the same kind of layout. And you take to their non-Pro Saws like the 50, 51, 55, they were a little different. They were a little cheaped down, in my opinion. Like, if you work on these saws, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But I'm thinking this will be a good saw once it's built. But Like I said, I think it's running rich as fuck. The car probably needs work, and that's why. Judging by the amount of fuel in it, maybe the inlet needle's leaking, but we're gonna find out. Yeah, the saw needs a lot of cleanup, and I'm gonna do that on camera because no one wants me to watch me clean a saw. But I think she'll be a good runner, and we're gonna port her. Do support work, do some machine work, because to have a little 30, and my goal here. This is a 38cc saw. I want it to be running on par with my stock Husqvarna 50, which is a clean mint saw, and it's a low hour saw. And yeah, we're gonna see what happens, because I think this chassis has a lot of potential. Unfortunately, no one makes really aftermarket parts for these. You have to find new cylinders. They're really non-existent. The best way to find cylinders for these, I think, is word of mouth, because they're not on eBay, and when they come on eBay, people want way too much money for stuff. That's becoming a real problem on eBay. Like, I think the whole saw fiasco, saws going for high prices, is gone. But there's some people on eBay that haven't accepted that. So, yeah, this will be a nice little saw. Like, it's fairly light. It's not super light. It's not as light as a Troy built, but yeah, we're gonna do some bad things to this saw and make it rip like crazy. But anyways, that's it for today. It's Sunday. I got to go upstairs and do Sunday things. Sunday for us is like kind of like work B day. Get house stuff done, do some cleaning, laundry, crap like that. But yeah, this is gonna be a good little saw. Anyways, hope everyone's having a great weekend. Take it easy. Thank you to all the subscribers. Thank you to new subscribers. If you're just passing by, hit like and subscribe. Like it helped me out a lot. I love having new subscribers, and I'm only at almost 3,900 subscribers. At 5,000 subscribers, I'm going to give away a ported saw. Keep that in mind. Anyways, take it easy. Bye.